Bitcoin is looking stronger than a lot of people currently realize. In fact, the longer we hold our current levels of price action, the stronger we're looking for an explosive move to the upside very soon. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess, and as the channel name suggests, it's all about crypto, trading, and technical analysis. So if you're all about that or you'd love to learn, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so diving right into the charts, guys, this is a 4-hour time frame, and straight away you can see really not much has changed over the last couple of days. It's been pretty boring. Overall, volume has been decreasing. In the last 24 hours, it's gone down by 11.41%. Fear and Greed Index is also going down. It was at 74 the last couple of days, and now it has gone down back to 70, which is a pretty quick shift. For Fear and Greed Index particularly, it does move pretty slowly usually. So as you can see, people are just generally quite disinterested right now and just not really sure where to sit in terms of where Bitcoin's going and what is going to be happening over the next couple of weeks, days, etc., etc. So let's go over it. Straight away, we're in this parallel channel here. So the start of the channel is at the base of the support at $50,000 to $51,000. So that is this green level here, and that's the support. And then we've got our resistance here, which is this red zone, and that is from $52.5 to $53,000. And that $53,000 is our major trigger to the upside. So a break of that is essentially the bullish goal right now if we wanted to keep going up. And we are also in an RSI downtrend. So this is the same downtrend that we have been in since the very start of this parallel channel, all the way back here 10 days ago. We have been in an RSI downtrend for a little while longer, but this particular downtrend coincides with only the range within this parallel channel. Looking at this chart, everything is still looking really, really good. While we are only going sideways, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see here that we entered into sideways consolidation from an upwards move. And generally that's a good thing, because what we generally see is upwards movement, sideways price action, consolidation, and then a continuation, right? Where we kind of figure out how much strength we have in the market and how much selling pressure we have at these particular levels of resistance. But eventually at these levels of consolidation, as long as we don't fall back below that level of support that we've created, so here at $50,000, we should be all good to continue back upwards. Hey guys, I'm just really quickly interrupting this video to tell you that my VIP channel has officially launched. VIP is a Telegram-based channel that gives you exclusive access to my personal trades, at least 3 of them a week, with exact entry points, stop losses and targets, detailed trade justifications and risk returns, and a complimentary risk management and trading journal. In the last 3 months, I took 70 trades in total with a win rate of 74% and a profit to loss ratio of 6.8 to 1. You can find all the results of my last 3 months of trading on my website, justdoescrypto.com, including profits and losses, and contact me down below using the link in my description or by pressing this button on my website. Thanks guys, let's get back to the video. So let's talk about this RSI downtrend, right? We have a downtrend in the RSI that signals decreasing strength and momentum. And when we see this decreasing strength and momentum and the price going sideways, what that means is that at these points where we're having these massive, sell-offs that push the price downwards to that base of support, we're getting enough buying pressure to exhaust the selling pressure. So we're absorbing the bearish momentum, which is actually really good to see. And that is the reason why we are holding this level of support here at $51,000 so well. We do have a couple deviations below, so these little candles here, but as long as we close that 4-hour candle above that level at $51,000, it's still good. The level of support has still been held, and these are just small levels of deviation, liquidity wicks, if you will. So that's all really, really good. And at some point, like I said in my last video, we will have that selling exhaustion or bearish exhaustion. And that is when the trend will eventually have to flip to the upside. People can't keep selling forever. There's going to be eventually all the sellers will leave the market and the buyers will take control. And that is when we will finally have enough strength to push the price back upwards. Zooming out onto our daily chart, we can see that we are still in our major macro uptrend. This one here is still unbroken and will remain unbroken unless we have a huge move to the downside and break below $48,000, which it doesn't look like we're doing. We're holding 51, this level here, really, really well. We can also see that a couple hours ago, like 1 hour ago, we had our daily candle close, and our daily candle close was again above this level of support at $51,000. So that is also really good to see. None of our daily candle closes since this break above 50K has been able to push us below that level, signaling that this entire range here from $50,000 to $53,000, we are attempting to find $50,000 as that base of support within that range, which is good to see on a macro scale. We will have our weekly candle close in about 2 days. So if we manage that, weekly candle close in 1 day in 23 hours, above this level again at $50,000, that is again another sign of strength on the macro charts that we are going to continue upwards. The more levels of support that we establish above that $48,000, naturally, the less likely it is that we're going to break below that $48,000 level, which is, I guess, the main goal, right, on the macro scale. Because if we hold that $48,000 to a monthly chart and we get that monthly candle close above 48K, that becomes a bull run trigger point, and we flip the charts from, I guess, macro. It's always been macro bullish ever since like this range here when we started accumulating again in 2023, but less of an accumulation phase and more of that bull run phase that we've been waiting for. And then very soon after that, we obviously have our halving event. So obviously the macro charts are looking really good, and even the shorter time frames, as boring as they look, we are still holding the important levels really well. The only thing to me that would suggest that we're due for a bigger correction downwards is if we go back onto a daily chart, we can see here on the RSI that we have actually finally broken this macro uptrend that we had on the RSI. So this uptrend here, we broke it on Thursday, so we just fell below the trend line, and that, I mean, it's not that unexpected because of how long we've been consolidating, but it's just essentially suggesting that this bullish move that we've had here, this entire uptrend, we finally exhausted it. So we are looking at the RSI, it does look like we are due for a bigger correction downwards. Now, that is only if we lose this level of support here. If we go back to that 4 hour, we can see that it's normal to have these big moves to the downside and a negative RSI trend line and still be going nothing but sideways. So it doesn't necessarily suggest that the price action is going to exactly reflect what's happening, but it just means that this loss of strength and momentum that we're getting on the shorter time frames is really starting to show up on these higher time frame charts. And the more we get that and the stronger this bearish momentum becomes, the higher the likelihood of us breaking through this $50,000 to $51,000 level and falling below to test our next level of support at $48,000. Now, is that really a big point of concern? Not particularly, because like I said, it is this $48,000 level that we are really looking out for. If we lose these shorter time frames levels of support above it, it is like, you know, obviously not the best, but it's not like a really big sign of concern. It still suggests, it doesn't really say anything about those monthly charts. We are still above this level if we hold it. And so we should still get that early move to the upside or that break above $53,000 at some point. But obviously it is just something to look out for, because if we do lose this level, that is a pretty big move to the downside. It is a good like couple percent. Let's have a look. 5% to $48,000, and that is not even considering potential sell side liquidity and liquidity grabs to this 46 or lower, right? So we could definitely see a bigger move to the downside sometime soon if we lose this $51,000 level, particularly as we are losing so much strength on these higher time frame charts. But we can even see here that upon that daily close, we immediately started forming a green candle, so we might be all in the clear. As long as we hold this sideways levels of support, everything is fine. And even if we fall below it, we still have $48,000, and that should act as a really strong high time frame level of support. Alright guys, that is it for the analysis today. I am actually on holiday, hence the change of scenery, but I wanted to jump on anyways and film a really quick Bitcoin update for you guys. So if you enjoyed the video or you learned something, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel down below. And if you want to see more of my content, I do have a free Telegram channel where you can sign up for daily Bitcoin updates as well as crypto and economic news. If you're a trader and you want 15% off your trading fees, sign up down below to BitGet and BingX. They are two of the world's top 10 exchanges, and BitGet is available to everyone outside of the US and Singapore. Singapore, and BingX is available non-KYC and worldwide. That's everything from me, guys, so I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye!